me when the meeting starts, even though the graphic says it.
I know, we get confused and then it was up there and I had this being recorded automatically and then I'm like, well, that's not work because then it was just recording random people just looking at the screen at me.
Maureen, hi Maureen.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm
All right,
fabulous. How are you?
I'm good. Happy belated Mother's Day.
Y'all
Thank
too.
you. I think, well, no, Bo was here and he went upstairs. He doesn't like to be alone in any way for even a minute.
Nope.
Nope. Is that all dogs?
Yep. Mine's sitting right
Oh.
here. And the other one's that she is up my rear all the time.
Mine's still passed out cold in the bedroom.
The cue time is in the morning. In the morning when they get to go out, because if anybody other than me brings them down, they don't, she comes hightailing it up. She waits in the room. He'll wait for me. Nobody comes downstairs. I'm supposed to be the one that lets them out because they get goodies afterwards. Well, what's funny is I showed Johnny yesterday, and I have it on video to prove it, that if I give her a hard cookie in the morning, she spits it back out. You ever see a dog spit a cookie out? Like literally go and spit it back out? Yep, that's what she does. And I have it all on video just to prove that she does not want the hard cookie. She wants the peanut butter one that I give her in the morning. If I don't give her that, she spits it back out.
Spoiled, spoiled, spoiled.
Spoiled.
Sadly, I want to see this.
Yep, it's a good time.
Sue Ellen said less than 30 days, Scola.
I know.
Are you changing your name? We don't know yet.
Now I'm gonna hyphenate it,
No.
but it's not getting changed on anything.
Oh, well,
Not
you know,
until I
most
ask, 'cause
people like me, I used to make fun of little old ladies that did it, but I'm going to call you Scola the rest of your life because that's what I know you from.
First of
Yeah,
all,
I do that to people.
I was Scola growing up because all my friends' names were Lisa, and we all went by our last names. So that was Scola. Then I got married, and then I was a Gmitter. Then it was all. That's how they referred to me. And then when I changed my name, it went back to that. I said, I'm not doing all that again. It's not happening. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm.
No.
You know, when I married my husband, I didn't change my last name. My husband's last name is Johnson. And I said to him, honey, I've been at DeGregory for 40 some odd years, and I like my last name. And he said, then keep it.
Well,
Yeah,
And I
had
never
an-
changed my last name.
Too much
I kind of had
paperwork
the
for me.
opposite issue when I released husband number 2 to move on to another opportunity. I was kind of stuck with the name, and he didn't want me to have it. And I'm like, believe me, it's not I don't want it either. It's not like I'm all of a sudden liking your name. It's just that I've used it professionally for 18 years. I'm keeping it now. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, the only one who has a real issue. I mean, Eric was like, aren't you going to change your name? You know, and I'm like, well, it's not that I'm not going to be like Mrs. Mullins, because if people don't know the difference, they call him Mr. Scola. Nobody has any idea. They just think we're married. They have no idea. So I said, it's his mom who gets on every last nerve. His mom gets on my nerves. I love her to pieces, but she got on my nerves. She literally
Mrs.
says,
Bearded Hobo.
are you ready to be Mrs. What is it? Scola-Mullins? I'm like, who says that? Who says that? Nobody says that.
We just get to pick
Wow.
whatever we want. Maisie's
I
right
said-
here, by the way.
That's
Not
not
a
it.
fan of
Maisie, like the puppy.
There she is.
There she is. Hi, Maisie.
Yeah, she was already irritated with me because I tried to get her to say hi to the dog, of course. She was playing with the dog's tail. That's the start of a big friendship, isn't it? It was like, yeah, we're gonna, what's that?
Let's just be thankful it's the tail.
So what are we gonna do?
Today.
I want to make a card, but what kind of card? Let's vote on what kind of card we're gonna make today. Can I make a card? I have one. I have 2 that I have to do if you want to see me do those. They're belated birthday, because I already did my Facebook birthdays, and 2 people I checked. I have their addresses for, but I didn't previous have their birthdays, so I need to make belated cards for them.
Okay.
Okay,
Do
so
that.
let me
Hold
share.
on.
Yeah,
Okay,
fix
wait a
the
minute.
screen.
Want me to tell this to do it. Hold on. It's stupid that it don't like me. Okay. You're ready.
Ready? Okay, so I'll show you. the procedure. That way you'll know, okay, so I go in Facebook, and if you aren't doing this already, this is an easy way to events, birthdays. So these are the birthdays, and I already wrote on their wall, and how I did that was you click on their name, and then here's a box to write in. I do photo. I already did this, but I'll show you. I already have a bit strip that I made up. See, here it is. I'll say happy birthday to her twice. She won't care. And that's it. So I do that to every person, right? Post. And then I go back. And then at the end of doing those, all right, there's the whole list. At the end of doing those, which I did them already this morning, then I take the app out for send out cards, and I check to see if I have their birthday already, if I have their address, and if I do, if I have their birthday. So this morning I had 2 people that I didn't have their birthday yet, but I had their address. So I added their birthdays already in the relationship manager. And now I need to send them a belated birthday. So what I do is go in here and I pick birthday. It's already picked on birthday. And then I type belated in here because their birthday's today. So they're definitely going to get it late. I usually pick this one because I like to use the long. And if I'm going too fast, say something. I like to use the long format because I have a picture inside I like to put. Then customize. 2-panel. And I can do these in just a couple minutes. See, and then this is the front of the card. You do the arrow to get to the next panel. This is the inside of the card. You click here to change the format, and I just want to put a picture on the side. There's a glitch where it's not showing you the options, but this one blank is one picture, one whole picture. So I click that. And the one that I like to use, so you can tell which cards I just sent from. I just sent Rebecca Ludeman a card because her pictures are in my picture thing. And see the dog? Yay! Okay, so the picture I'm like lately is this one. And I just click on it once and it shows up over here. I make it a little bit smaller, and then I put the background. And I change this often. And then over here, I click and I say, hi, Kathy. Whoop. I don't say Joe Kathy. I say, hi, Kathy. Hi, Deanna. And I say, sorry, this card is arriving late for your birthday. Hope, wow, it was as fabulous as you are. And then I just go get my signature down here. And the signature looks small to me, so I highlight it and then make it bigger. And then I highlight the text, and then I use my personal font, but you can use any font you want. The personal font is a one-time upcharge, which you pay for, and then submit the handwriting in a grid, and they fix your font for you, so you can have it from then on. It's a one-time charge. And then I usually change the color, so it's different from the card. There you go. And then the back is already there, so, but this is how you get to the back, is this over here. See, the back's already set up because it's one I've used. If I wanted a different one, I click on layouts, and it'll show some of my other choices that I've used, and I can click one of them. And there's also create a new one here, but I'm going to use my default. And then I put next. And then it's creating the order, and this is the order page. So then I go down. I don't send a gift with the belated card. Add recipients. Now I made a list of the 2 people that I was friends with on Facebook. I had their address, but I didn't have their birthday yet. And the first one was Kathy Garino, and here she is. And then I just check her, and then I'm moving. I have to keep moving the bar. Okay, then done. And then it shows her here, and it's ready to send. And then because I'm on unlimited, which I highly recommend, as you know, there's no charge, that's free. Send, and that's it. And then I check her off my list. Any questions on that one? Yay, yay, yay.
Lisa, I have a question.
Yes.
It's Cynthia. How do you attach like your links in the back of the card? Can you do that with Sendbell cards?
How do I attach what?
How do you attach like a link to it? Can you attach a personal link to it or no?
Well, I mean, you can type in a link. Is that what you mean?
But you
It
can't.
can't be, it's not a virtual card, so they couldn't click on it, but you can type
Right.
in a URL.
Okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let me do the other one and I'll put that on the back of the card. Okay, so I have a second one and it's a birthday. Okay, and then it's belated. It's the same as the other one. Hold on. Belated. And then I'm going to choose the same one because I use that a lot just because I like the, what is it? Not horizontal, the vertical. Oh, I don't want to see inside. I wanted to customize. Okay, here we go. 2-panel. And then the inside I changed to a picture. Once you've done it and you like the way it comes out, you can do these fast because you use the same ones. I changed this up, but I use the same one for about, I don't know, a month, and then I change it. And you can, and then I put, okay, this one is Kathy again, but with a K. Hi, Kathy. Sorry, this card is arriving late for your birthday. Hope it was as fabulous as you are. And then I don't know why my signature is small, but it's small when you get it in the mail. That's why I always make it bigger. And then we're going back to do the personal font. What?
Mine's always small like that too, though. I always have to make it bigger.
Oh, okay, so it must be something in the system there. And then, okay, so now we're in the part where you're asking about. So I'm going to the back of the card. Now you can pick, see, I have the link right here, but it's not going to be clickable, of course, because it's a card. It's a real card in the mail, but you can have a URL there. And what you do is when you're choosing a background, make sure you choose a format that has, like, see, some of them don't have text. This is one big giant picture. This is 2 pictures. But this particular one has 2 pictures and a text block. So I can change this to say something else if I want. Like,
Show them how you create a new one and then save it, because I had that question a few times.
okay,
Like they don't understand how to create one at all.
okay, I can do that too. Okay. Let me just put this back the way it was. Okay, so let's say I want a new one, so I do this, and let me move me, create new one. And see there's all the choices. All I did, I went to the back of the card and clicked on create new one, and this is the choices. So like, see, I usually use the 2 pictures and a text block if I want to do this. This is what I usually do. Then you can keep doing different ones. So let's do one like that, okay? And then they have like just a big picture and 2. That's the return address of the big picture. This one I find this one, because it has a return address. So this is a brand new one, and you just click on any one you want, okay? And then you click on and put any picture you want there. So we can put, I'll put the new one with Bo, and you can make it fit better and move it like that to fit. And then this one's going to be something different. Usually I put one of my, I'll put send out cards there. And see, then if I do that, I like have one of them logo, one of them picture, then I can type something here if I want. These already have a URL, so I usually put one of the others. So I'll put, and there you go. but you can leave one of those blank. You can do anything you want with it. And once you save it, okay, where's the save button? Oh, save layout right
Yeah,
here.
right over there it is.
Okay, so now that's going to be one of the choices I can pick when I do layouts. So now if I go up here, that's one of the choices. Whoop,
Choose existing.
choose existing. Okay, sorry. Thank you. See, that's that
Yep,
one.
there it is.
We just made it together.
And then you can always set one as a default that if you have one you use all the time, that if you
Yeah.
just only have one business and you always want to do that, just set it as your default and change
Yeah.
it during the holidays or whatever if you wanted.
And you can change them without saving a bunch of them too. You don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to save them all to do it.
And a lot of times when I'm like sending my kids cards, I just put a picture of us on the back. I just make the whole card because I'm not, they know all the businesses I have. So sometimes I'll do that too. So that's always an option.
Let me just send this one and then I'll go back to no sharing.
So all those, are those photos in your gallery already, or is it available through Sendout?
No, the photos are ones I uploaded to there. So as I was making a card, I used the photo for some other way. And it was there already, but you can just click the button at the bottom that says upload a photo, and you can add any photo at any time when you've got a box there to add a photo. So this was my other, the other person that I had that had a birthday today. Whoa. Oh, I hate it when I can't type it. I only can't type when everybody's watching me type. See, that's the trick.
It is.
And
It
as
is
soon as it
tricky.
says ready to send. And I got this question this week too. You don't always see that it's not going to be a charge until you get to this screen, the checkout screen. You always know what you're going to pay or not pay on the checkout screen. So don't stop just because it says it's $1.75 on the screen before this, and you know you're unlimited. Wait till the checkout screen and it confirms that it's included, because you know for sure what you're paying on the checkout screen. Okay, and there we go. Yay!
Lisa, I do have a question. So you just sent the same card, like the exact same birthday card, to multiple people.
Yep.
When you do that, do you create a new card each time? Because I've been doing it when you go under card history and then you click resend, and then
You
you
can do
can
that.
just add the contact. But the problem I'm seeing is then I have the same card under my custom cards multiple times. Does that make sense?
No, but that's going to do that because you just sent them. But
Mhm.
it doesn't matter. I can click on one that I already made and not create it again. I was doing it so you guys could see it. And
Okay, so
I actually
is there a way to resend it where it's not taking over, like the same card is not taking over my custom cards? Do you see
Just
what I
go and
mean?
delete them out of your custom cards, Deanna. It does the same to me. So if I'm sending that same card, like for instance, when I did the wedding invitation, I sent that same card to numerous people, changing the inside, their name and whatever. So it went out, but it saved it in my custom cards every single time I reopened it. So
Right.
when I was done, I just went in and I
You can
actually
delete.
deleted all the ones I didn't want. I just went in and deleted them and saved one of the
Okay,
custom cards.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
custom cards don't really,
Thank you.
it's just a shortcut way to go if you want.
Yep.
It doesn't do anything either way. But don't forget, if you're on unlimited, sending them individually means it's included in what you pay. If you send more than one of the same card at the same time, you pay.
Mhm.
So that's why
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
sending
No,
it.
I just been doing the resend,
Yep.
like and add one person and then I
Oh,
can
yeah.
send it out.
Absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes I've seen in there when I've gone in and I had because I think the limit's 15. Once you get to the 15 of the same identical card, sending it out, then they all of a sudden will flag you as this is no longer a individual sended card. This is the same card you just sent to numerous people. So I try not to do if I'm doing the same identical card without changing anything. But I go in there the next day and they're not there, just one's there. So they saved them all while I was doing it and then it eliminated them. So.
And it's not an
Okay.
error message. You don't get an error message. What happens is they hold your cards from processing and they send you an email. So I would say in one single day, don't send more than like 15 or 16 of the identical card to individual people thinking that they're going to be, because they call it the fair send rule or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that count for the weekend too? Because like I did
It's by
birthday
day.
cards over this. Okay, so by day. And then
It's
because
by
I know
day.
it said like 50 cards went out this morning, but that was cards I did like Sunday
weekend.
and Saturday.
Yeah.
And
If you did 15 Friday, 15 Saturday, 15 Sunday, you're good. And it's identical cards. You can send 500 cards out if you want, but some of them paid for, some of them, but it's identical cards that's going to get you flagged. 15
Okay.
identical cards.
And yes, Sue Ellen, there is definitely a way to delete your picture in your gallery if you don't want it anymore. I delete all the pictures all the time. So when I'm doing Facebook espionage and I have all these random pictures of people, I'm never sending that same picture to that person over again. I will go in and I delete them out. And as soon as after you make the card and send it, you can delete it. It's not like you have to leave it in there.
okay,
There's a little X up in the corner if you hover over them. It lets you take them out.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I've been going back. I've been going to the legacy. taking them
I'll
out.
share my screen. We'll go delete some pictures
Oh,
just so you all
yes,
can
I've been
see.
yes, I've been taking them out the hard way. Oh, I love it when you show me something new. Scola.
Good. It's
I wish
good.
I had something new to show you.
Well, I honestly get like OCD over stuff like this in particularly. So when
Well,
they
I
have
keep
a lot
going
of
back to
pictures.
yeah, I keep going back to the old one when I don't need to do that.
So
Yeah,
if I was going to, like, these are the ones, like I had a ton of these in here and now I have one. There was a whole bunch of them in here before. So I like to switch up my thank you cards, of course. So if I was going to just make a card real quick, just build my own, let's just go in and find some pictures. And it happens because a lot of times, and then I also don't remember, like, did I make a card and send that to my daughter or not? I see the picture still in my gallery. Did I upload it? Sometimes I always have to go in that, in that history, which thank God for the history, right? So we're gonna place a photo here. So here's a bunch of photos. So I had sent, here's one of my team members' daughters had a birthday. So I see the little X right up here. Boom, gone. This one,
oh,
Laura's family, don't need that one anymore. I sent that already to my son. Oh, Wilbur got the one of the puppy, so I can get rid of that one. Here's Heather and all of her kids I don't need. And then I keep the random ones a lot that I know I'm going to send again or reuse because you want to keep those in there. But definitely, like, if you don't want them, you just hoover up and hit the delete button. Well, gotta find it.
is there a maximum number of pictures that that the upload area over there holds?
No, because if you're on that unlimited 97 plan, I think even 37 has allows it.
everything except the pay-as-you-go has a photo storage, I think.
So, yep, and this was my new thank you card that I was using for my customers, which this will be the wrong, it has to go on the other panel. So let's go back, I'll show you. So the thank you cards, as I'm sending them out, of course, building my own little thank you cards. I've been using the long one because we have new products that aren't showing up in the book. So for me to get that in their hands, you want them to have a nice picture. So of course, find something that you want to go on the front of the card. And usually it's like, let's say it could be a product that, we'll just pick this product. I usually find the product and I don't keep the pictures. So we'll just go with this product. And then if I want them to see, well, we have other product you can get from my other store, the layouts, I just need the product picture. So you go down and find a nice big picture because I want to put a little caption on top as well. Hit on the photo, go down here to my, where is it? Here it is. And look how nice it looks. So it's our gloves, it's the price and the order number. And I usually just tell them more defense products to come. Order number here. Oops, that's not it. Oh, no. Here. And then I can put my little thank you. So that just works out really nice. That's why I had even shared that up on the thing for you guys. There we go.
That's awesome. That's a
so,
nice
and
graphic.
that just works out well if you're trying to get other products out to your customers. When you're thanking them for buying one thing, make sure you show them something else you have available. Give them the information on how to get it. And it's just like having your own little you're, sending it out. So.
And that's perfect because it's one that's not going to, I don't know if it's not going to be ever in the catalog, but
Right.
it's not in the catalog now.
Not in the catalog now. So yeah, absolutely. So if you're promoting something, for sure. I mean, and if you see somebody, that's a great card idea. If you see somebody posting up something that they're using or they love, or a product that they want, and we have something very similar or something you can send them, go into your catalogs, get that picture, and mail them a card. And then advertise that in there, seeing that you love painting your nails or whatever. Did you know we had XYZ? You see people struggling with hair color, you have hair color, you can send them a whole advertisement on it in a card. So you can literally be using, your send out cards not only for, espionage and making them feel good, but you can be promoting new products just off a post.
And on the back's a good place to put the product pictures too.
Yep, that too.
Yeah. I do the little logo thing, but you could put, if you're only doing one company, you could put the products in the little boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yay.
I just did just something that I did. I did a 3-panel card.
Ooh.
And I took a lot of the new products and did pictures on all of them. And then on the front, I just put like their name and then like, your Avon lady is here for you, blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
Order. But the reason I did it was because I have like 3,000 people in my web office, but I don't think they've all ordered from me lately. So I've been sending them that card to see if they, maybe they haven't seen a book, or, to remind them that I'm still an Avon lady, order from me.
Nice.
And so I'm just going down doing that one by one. So that's been pretty
nice.
cool.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
I do that when they were doing those product bundles that were available, and I knew they were going to be great. I'd do postcards for all my online customers. I'd send them a postcard with that on the front. Make sure you order this by this date. But the 3 panels, very eye-catching because you can put a lot in there. And it's amazing how, a simple card in the mail, they can ignore a brochure, they can ignore a lot of things, but they get a personal card in the mail, they're more likely to go, what am I getting? Who's sending me a card?
I sent it to my mom. I'm at her house now, and I sent it to her, and she opened it. She's like, oh, this is a brochure. She's like, this is so nice.
Yep, and always send one to yourself. If you're doing a new kind of card, even though you have them in there, it's free, send yourself one. And the reason why I like to do that is because it's great to show people what they look like. You will have conversations with people that will go, well, what kind of card program do you use? And you can tell, oh, they're so beautiful. Here, let me send it. You have to wait. Or you can take out your stack of cards like Lisa and I do and say, well, we made this one and I loved this one and this was the back, and it really does help for them to go, wow, that is really nice. And they're free. They get very, very surprised about the free part, which, not that they're free, but that monthly subscription to send as many cards as you want all month long is well worth the money in gold when you really want to use something better than anything.
Yeah, I've been trying to make myself say included rather than free because I know technically it's not free, but
Right.
It's included.
It is. All unlimited sends are included, and I'm just like, just break the math down, show people what it's like.
Oh,
When we start
yeah,
breaking
it's
that
well-
math down,
Yeah.
it pays for itself. I mean, imagine the money we would be spending on postage and
Well, they
you
ain't
know.
making no money on us because we're sending so many.
yeah, yeah,
It's awesome. And even when you send a card individually with a gift, the card itself is free if you're unlimited. You just pay for the gift, and you get a special discount on the gift
yes.
because you're unlimited. So I don't know. I can't say enough about the big package. It's nice.
And right now,
Yeah.
one of the things that has been really nice, this is something I've been doing lately. Moms are home, and not only are they struggling with trying to get their kids finished with school and school projects and school testing and school whatever else they have to do, but they also might be working their job from home or trying to build a home-based business. So the ones that I know, like when I talk to them, they're like, oh, hold on, my kids are just giving me the eye because I'm on the phone again, and you can just tell like the patience level of these children is getting to be like none and zero. So I've been sending the kids cookies. So what I've been doing is sending a card to the moms and saying, here's some cookies for your X, Y, and Z kids, just thanking them for their patience when we're on the phone. And it's been getting, people have really been enjoying it. They're like, I can't believe God, I'm sending my kids. And then the kids were like, oh, that was so nice for Lisa to send those, just because it's important that they realize that we do know that they're home, and, they have to have that extra little kind of patience a lot of times at all hours when we're on the phone, we're running our businesses. But that's been really mean. And that's, I think, been making a pretty good impact on people these days too.
I get asked a lot how you win the husbands over, because sometimes husbands complain about the direct sales business. Send them brownies. That works every time.
Every time.
Or what they have, isn't it Jack Daniel's coated pralines or something? They got something like that too. And I sent them to one husband too, because every time food, send the men food. That works.
They absolutely love it.
Lisa, when you sent me those brownies last week or the week before, my husband called me at work and he's like, oh, by the way, babe, I just want to let you know I ate one of your brownies.
I don't think I've run across anybody who didn't like the brownies yet, because they're really good.
They're very, very good.
Yeah, and they make the fudge bites. Yeah, that's my second favorite now, the fudge bite. I like the fudge bites #1, I think, but to send, I like the 2-pack of brownies because they're $3.98 plus shipping. So you can send them, like I just sent some to an Avon customer that spent $100, because that's a nice gift and it didn't cost me a lot of money, and she was wowed. She said, oh, I can't believe you sent that to me. And that is the least expensive way to get out of, I can't think of another way I could have sent her something with that kind of impact for $3.98 for 2 of those big giant brownies.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's awesome, easy.
And a lot of their little stuff, they've got a lot of really cute things. And then, when your kids all go back to colleges and stuff, I love that. When Michaela's first year in her dorm, I sent one thing a week. Every week she got mail, because it's really important to them to get that email that they got mail, because they have to make the concerted effort to go to the mailbox place to go pick up their stuff. So, besides Amazon packages, it was nice that they always got cards. And I would hear it all the time from the other students when I'd stop up there, pick her up, or go see. They were like, oh my God, you send your daughter cards and things all the time, and she gets stuff in the mail all the time. And I'm like, I know, but it was very simple to do, and it makes them feel good. So, and I do for other kids' parents' kids that are in college.
What's right now that's good is they have a lot of graduation cards this year for high school graduation. If you're a member of your community Facebook group, people are posting their seniors' pictures right on the group. You could grab that. If you don't have their address, whitepages.com can get it for you, or you could Google their name, and you could be sending out pictures with your ad on the back, a nice graduation picture with them on the front, and it wouldn't be an ad because it would just be on the back. That would be very impactful for people that you don't know even. That would be a way to introduce yourself.
And the ones that did those Adopt a Grad, I know we talked about it last week, but one of the moms literally put up in the group, I'm not trying to be spammy with the business, but if you guys are really doing this and you're looking for a card program that could help you send gifts and whatnot, and she just shared this opportunity because, don't keep it to yourself. They, let other parents use it, and then bring them on with you and watch and see how much they love it.
I got to put that on my wall, because you can, if you're on unlimited, a prospect can go on and send one free card on your account to try it if you're on unlimited.
Yeah, so how is it that you share that? You share that, send one free card, and you just put your link up for them to go to yours?
Your regular link, and when they go to that page, there's an option, send a card. And when they go to send the card, there's no charge for the one card.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. It's
how did we know that they sent the card?
Oh, I don't know if you know. I think it sends it to you as a user, because I just had somebody do it this morning, and it was funny because it was someone from England that I know, and she wanted to send a card to someone in the US, and she was getting goofed up about how you do that and whether there's extra postage or paperwork or whatever. And I said, well, you know what, that card sending thing, you go in there, you can actually send this card that you want to send for free. So I gave her the link, she went in and sent the card, and it did send me an email telling me that she was a new user.
Okay, well, that's awesome. There you go, guys. I think that's a great tip for this week. Put it up there. And all these graduates that are looking for, because especially with all the graduation parties being canceled, send them a nice card with their picture on the front of it, with their graduation cap on, that they're not getting all these pictures, and the parents are going to love it. And then you could also let them know that in the card, or as a separate, if you know them personally, and say, hey, you could be doing the same thing.
I'm gonna make up a post just about that to put on my regular wall,
Yeah,
not just
me
on
too.
the community page. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Yay.
Yeah, let's see them
Mm.
all. And then you could use that one free card meme,
Oh, yeah.
because I saved
yeah,
that. So now I
'cause
could
they
use
do
it.
have
But I
that in
meant to
the
ask
app.
you that before. I'm like, I looked all over the SOC Pro. I was looking all in the back office, and I'm like, where in the heck is this one free card link? It's ours.
Yeah.
Can you guys share that free card meme in like the Facebook group?
I think we can, but it's in the, if you haven't got it yet, you need to get it. It's called SOC Pro. It's the app, SOC Pro. Oh, you can't see it, but you can get the links if you go into your send out cards. What is
It's
it
right,
under?
and it's right there. See where it says send one free card? And when you hit on it, it comes up.
Do you have
like
send out
that.
cards, the app, the SOC Pro?
No, I don't think
Okay.
I downloaded that yet.
Let me
I have
look
I,
in-
s- I have
let
the
me-
send out card app.
no, it's this different. Let's
it-
look together.
It's
'Cause I know
shareable
there's a link.
now. It's
There's a
shareable
link.
right here.
Account resource,
awesome.
isn't it? Wouldn't it be under Resource Center? Resource, so here it is, yeah. See SOC Pro information? It was under Resource Center.
Okay.
So if you went there, I think that's it, SOC. Yep, App Store or Google Play. So if you go there, so it's on, in send out cards under your account, when you're on the main screen. Of course, you can't go back from there. When you sign in to send out cards here, right? Log in, and you click on your account, and it brings up a little pop-up. You click on Resource Center, right here. And that's how I found it.
And,
And then you
that's different than the regular SOC app that we have?
Yes. The send out cards app that you have now sends cards. The SOC Pro app is for people who are building a business. So that's how it has those other things, those other tools in it. It has like videos about send out cards. It has graphics that are just related to recruiting rather than sending a card.
So
Okay.
that app, you have to have the unlimited service in order to get that app, or anyone could get it?
Anyone can get that app, but you have to be an affiliate. So if you're just a customer and not an affiliate, I don't think you can get that, because it wouldn't help you. Because you have to be an affiliate to have people, to get paid on people that
Okay.
use the system. So you just have to be an affiliate.
Is the app free, or is there a charge for the app?
They're saying it's free, and they're not sure what they're going to do going forward, but it's like 90 days free. But I think what they're going to end up, what they're talking about doing is, if you have so many people sign up, it continues to be free. So you might as well use it and try to get as many as you can, and then see what they charge. If they end up charging and you don't end up wanting to pay whatever they're charging, then you can stop using it.
Okay, so it was very simple. I just did it right now. It's on my wall. So if you go to my Facebook wall right now, I did it from the SOC from my phone. It literally says, send a card, use it on, I did social media, and it did it all for me. And then when it was after it went, it said, want to use the link? And I said, yes, it copied it. And then I was able to put it right in the comments. It says right in the comments below. So.
Oh, awesome. Oh, yeah, I did that. Yeah, that app makes it easy to post that. I
Oh
did it
yeah,
from
use
the
my
app,
link
too.
and send a free card, and it says send a free card, tap the link below. So it's right there.
So
Very
it's awesome.
cool.
Yeah, the second app is, the second phone app is great for affiliates, because it makes it so easy to post on social media. It lines it all up for you. You don't have to
It
do
really
much.
does.
So every couple days, you could just use one of their things and be in business.
I love that. I'm gonna try that, another one too. I want to do that again. I'm gonna share it out. I love that. My
They give
team
you
do it.
suggested wording, but you want to word it yourself because, that way it doesn't get marked as spam because too many people are using the suggested wording.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah. Yay, good stuff today, guys. I love that. I hope it's been helpful that I've been putting these up on the YouTube channel, especially if you want to share this training out. I know when I share it just as this Zoom recording and it comes up Zoom, many people don't click on them. I don't know why. But when I upload them to YouTube and then they see it's a YouTube and I try to use like a send out cards thing, they're more apt to watch it. So if you want to share this training with other people, by all means, just
And
copy the link.
subscribe to Scola's channel on YouTube
Yeah.
so you get all of them because we've
Yep, I'm
recorded
just-
quite a few.
Been
It's
putting all
success-
these ones up lately. This has been like the stuff between this and the Hemp Works and everything else. All the trainings are going on there. So, it's
Success
well
with
worth it.
Scola. So if you go on YouTube and search for Success with Scola and hit subscribe, you'll be able to get them all.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, I have a quick question. So I'm on your page and I see the big giant send a free card, which is cool. And it says tap the link below. Did you have to separately put the link in the comments?
In the
or did it do
comment.
it?
Yeah, when you actually hit that, because I copied it, right? Because it was the next step when you were on
Okay.
SOC. It said copy link because I said, okay. Then I closed out, took me to my post. Then right in the comments, I just put it right there and it came right up
Okay.
the link.
So
So
in
if
the
you look in the
S-
comments, the link's right in the comment.
Yeah,
In the
very
SOC
cool.
Pro app, it walks you through every single
did.
step of that.
I did it right here, just 30 seconds. Y'all never used it before. I just did it with you right now. So it worked out good. It was very easy.
So you didn't even save it and go to Facebook. It took you
Nope.
there.
It did,
Yeah, it
and it
took
took
you there and
that
took
too.
you to
So
your
I do
post.
have it saved, but I didn't have to use that one at all, so.
Yay,
Yeah.
Cool.
yay, 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 yay.
Good, I can't wait. I figure within the next few months, we ought to see a huge, acceleration in a lot of businesses here, not even just the send out cards. I think with everybody sending these cards and using them to promote themselves and start seeing the difference then how it starts working. I know, I love it. Best thing ever.
Well, you know what's funny? They've had just all the direct sales companies are up. They're having a big boom, and it's probably because everybody's home. And when the economy goes down, I don't know why in 2008 it didn't happen, but the other recessions I've been through in the 40 years I've been with Avon, yes, I was like 2 when I signed up, obviously, because I'm such a child now. But anyway, all the other recessions I lived through, a big boom in direct sales always happened, except 2008. This time it is happening again. So every company that I'm a part of has had a big increase, including send out cards, which has had a huge, they were even dumbfounded by this. They had a couple of weeks ago where they printed 43,000 cards in one day. They are the biggest sender of any business in the United States. They are the biggest sender. So they have their own transport and everything. They come pick it up at a tractor trailer truck from send out cards. It's awesome. If you've never been out there, the facility, it's mind-blowingly awesome. You can sit there and watch them print the cards and stuff. But they have had a huge increase in number of card sends. I think it's like 300%, and a huge increase in affiliates. So this is a great time to be involved. And what's funny is like Gay knows I've been sending cards. She just, here you go. Gay, you've known you send out cards for years, but you weren't interested. And then you got interested this year. Right?
She's
She's
fumbling
just gonna laugh.
with the phone.
And she's gonna laugh. No, she's been knowing I've been using the send out cards for a lot of years, but now she loves it. She's using it a lot. So I don't know what changed in her situation, but whatever it was, it must have changed for a lot of people, because a lot of people that have known me for years and years and years and known that I've used send out cards for years and years and years are now realizing they could use this for their business.
Yeah.
Which is what I've been using it for a lot.
All along, I know. Well,
Well,
and I think it had a lot to do with us as distributors, of course, letting everybody see that all the cards we were sending out and being home and not peopling like normal. And then they had the loveliest array of like non-peopling cards for, being social distancing and washing the hands and the whole. I mean, I had a ball sending those cards to people because, it just really helps let them know I am thinking about you and I love these cards. You know, they're nice to get a card in the mail.
You know, I think a lot of people don't realize is when someone does something for you that you like, you should be saying, as a leader in direct sales, you should be saying, I wonder if there's a way I can do this for my people, either just like this or a different version of this or a smaller version of this. But a lot of people aren't thinking that. So like I send out certificates. A lot of the people receiving the certificates are leaders also, and they're not doing anything for their top people. And I say, why not? You're getting something, you're getting that and thanking me and liking it. Don't you think your people would like that? And they're like, oh, I never thought of that. So if you're a leader and you see somebody else doing something that you know is getting appreciated and that they like, you should be saying, gee, I wonder if my leaders would like this or my sales team would like this. I wonder if I could do this for them or a version of this, even if it's smaller or different. You know what I mean? There must be a way that I could do this too, instead of just saying thank you and thinking it's about you, which it is. But still, as a leader, you should be trying to turn that around into something you can use.
You know, you have to think about it too. You have, Maureen have a question? Oh, you need unmuted. Hold on. Wait a minute. We'll hold it.
You're muted.
I can't, there you go.
Okay. With what Wilbur was just saying, I am in another marketing course that I pay $20 a month for, and like Send Out Cards, I did nothing with it for years. I signed up with Send Out Cards years ago. This other course, I was paying $20 a month for years and didn't do anything. At the beginning of this year, after I was in the hospital and everything happened to me, I said, you know what, I am going to start utilizing everything. So I started to listen to this lady's training, and she just said exactly what you said, Wilbur. Don't make it all about you, make it about them. Because once you make it about them, they're willing to do or help you more.
Well, and yeah, and turning it around so when someone does something you appreciate, you don't just appreciate it, but you think, well, wait a minute, I could also do this to someone else who would probably appreciate it too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's
That's
just
where
like
that's where I get my ideas from.
Yeah, it's just like with all the Facebook posts. I've been challenged to sell 20 of these. Well, you're making it about you, not about them. What can they get out of it? And it's just very enlightening when you start really listening to everybody who knows what they're talking about, how much everything can change. I had over $400 in e-store sales in April, and I've never had e-store sales.
Wow, congratulations. That's awesome.
And it's just because I finally got into that mindset where I'm going to help them instead of having them help me. And it was finally taking everybody's advice.
You know, I think you can do a mix too, because I've always had really good luck with having customers help me earn the trip. You know what I mean? I say, oh, I've got this much more to go and we can do this together. And they felt like they were part of it. And for years, I hand wrote thank you note postcards on the trip. So like I went to Hawaii, I bought 100 postcards and I hand wrote thank you to all the people that helped me. And when I came back, I went around to all my customers and showed them my tchotchkes from the trip. So, I mean, so I think some of that can work too. If you bring them in with you, you know, they all felt like, matter of fact, I still get people say, where are we going this year? Because they feel like we do the trips together. You know what I mean? So I think that can work some too. And that is kind of about me because I'm the one actually going, but I think because I include them with me.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. It was just amazing after when I finally just decided to listen to all the experts and just finally take everybody's advice and then make it work for me. I was like, oh my God, why in the last 6 years haven't I listened to any of these people?
Yeah, we're slow learners, Maureen. We have to be around watching for a long time before we start implementing that might work.
Exactly.
Hi, Bo.
Yeah, say hi, Bo.
Hi, Bo. He's like, keep petting me.
Well, you guys have had a tour of Las Vegas. You've gone to all of my jobs with me so far today. So you've all been driving around Vegas with me.
And it's just been a good time. I know one of the things I can tell you guys, and when it came to like Mother's Day, you know, just so that you're thinking ahead here, because I don't want you to miss the boat on the Father's Day train that's coming up in June, you know, start planning your list now. Who are all the fathers that you want to send cards to? So, you know, or the moms that are fathers or whoever, because, you know, I was sitting here thinking of moms I was going to send cards to, but I've been sending a lot of cards for a lot of stuff, and I didn't send all of the cards. I'm still probably going to send these moms a card this week. But, you know, it's much nicer to get, like, to me, it's much nicer to get something in the mail, because I got 2 Mom's Day cards in the mail, than it is to be in a group chat with 400 people that one person says, I'm going to send Happy Mother's Day out to all 400 of my friends in a text message. I don't know if y'all got these yesterday, but I did. And my phone kept going. And I'm like, who does that? Why are we doing this? I do not want to, I'm not looking at my phone all day, you know, and messages in the inbox, which is me. I'm like, again, very impersonal. You just did that to 400 people. Send me a card. You want to be nice? Send me, I'm like, I'm going to send you a card, you know, do something nice. It goes so much further with people, so much further.
Oh, did you see Gay wrote on here, I'm listening on the phone, usually on the computer, and she said epic phone fail. She's been sending tons of cards to old leads, and she's obsessed with it. And I knew this because it's funny, she's known that I've used to send out cards for years and years because she's on my team and she's getting them. But I think she didn't realize how useful it was for her. So that's a fail on my part, I guess. But it's been hard to share it because it's another direct sales company, right, without some of the people not understanding that it's a tool like Campaign Mailer or Shuffle. It's just a tool that we're using. It's not a competing thing. It's a helpful thing for the thing you're already doing. So
exactly.
I know I'm late, guys, but I have something to share.
Okay, go ahead.
Speaking of Mother's Day, I had my first promptings card because when I went in to pick up my Mother's Day cake, that poor woman was so frazzled with so many cakes that I went outside and I sent her a special thank you card for making everybody's Mother's Day cakes for them and making them feel special.
Oh, that's perfect. Yay.
So it finally clicked. Something was like, that's what they're talking about.
Yes. Those are the best cards, Margie. Those immediate thank yous that people were like, wow, nobody ain't never sent me a thank you card like that before. That speaks volumes. You're going to see it hanging up in there next time you go in for a cake.
I hope so, yeah. So I just put it to Ann at Baskin Robbins. I didn't know her full name, but I'm sure she'll get it. She's the manager there.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool. I know. And you did it right from your car. Didn't take any extra time. That's what I love.
Yeah, if you don't have the SOC app that's on the phone to send cards with, make sure you get that because it's so much easier to do a prompting that way. Because if you're out somewhere, you can, right away you can do it. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Lemon squeezies. All right, I'm going to stop the recording because it's been about an hour. So hold on one second. Thanks for joining us on the recording.